All right, so Brian, can we get really real about this next topic?
Yeah, that's why we're doing this.
One of the big goals, one of our mission statements is we want to use this platform to help hold elected officials accountable.
Definitely.
So there's a very disturbing situation that is currently going on in Winston-Salem, Forsyth County, related to a murder that happened in the Winston-Salem Detention Center downtown.
Months ago.
December of 2019. Our condolences to the Neville family. This is a terrible topic to discuss, but ties into part of why this is so important to us.
It needs to be discussed.
John E. Neville was murdered December of 19 in the detention center by the hands of multiple cops. There actually now is a video that has been released as of yesterday, I believe, or the day before, thanks to some of our friends who have spent countless hours.
A lot of people.
Molly Graces, Chad Montgomery, Calvin Pena,
the organizations,
Unity Coalition, Triad Abolition Project, and the hashtag has been #OccupyWSNC. These folks and their close friends and some other activists have sat downtown at Bailey Park.
I'm sure a lot of people have seen it
for almost 3 weeks. So actually, I could be wrong on the exact date. I know they've gone over 20 days.
At least 20 days.
Multiple of them were arrested for peaceful protest. Some of them 2 and 3 times.
Peaceful protesting.
They did have a ceremony last night in his honor downtown. Or actually, Mondays are off the night before. It was amazing. It was beautiful. His family was there. His children were there. His stepchildren were there.
And this happened in December. And
8 months ago,
the city
people
just now released the video that shows the tragic situation. Bag over his head. Said he couldn't breathe. I don't even know how. It took over
8 minutes, I believe, for them to remove the handcuffs. Yeah. This was after. This was after he fell
off his bunk
from the top bunk.
Right.
So instead of calling 911, bringing in medical trained people, I don't know the right number of cops, somewhere between 6 and 8. The video you can watch and see exactly how many.
Yeah. Please watch.
Were on top of him, like it was a wrestling match for this one individual who frankly is smaller than me. So if you're watching this on our YouTube and you haven't seen the video, the man is smaller than me. There's no reason that many cops.
Especially for someone.
And he was not even fighting. He was.
Yeah, especially someone in duress.
Right.
You can't breathe.
He was hurt. They didn't
cuffed.
know why he was hurt or what, because again, they're not medically trained professionals.
And he was hogtied. I think he was bound. He was cuffed. I think his legs were bound as well. So
they had him in a straight chair. It looked like to be one
of
the push straight chairs, but this was prior to that.
Oh, prior to that. Yeah.
All right, so, we're saying all of that to say
it took
Sheriff Kimbrough.
It took multiple people, multiple organizations, countless hours for something to be done.
Changed.
Full disclosure. I mean, why would anything be hidden when it comes to a situation like this? So, people in charge. I mean, this is somebody that
who we voted in.
This is someone who gets voted in.
This is a black man.
Yes.
Who I remember doing research on during that election, and I remember us talking about it on the way to the polls. Even that let's vote Sheriff Bobby Kimbrough in, and I remember distinctly choosing him over the other candidates because his platform was what we liked and preferred.
Right.
And now we have this same sheriff here in Winston-Salem who's not being transparent, who offered to name a cell block after this man as a shady apology to his family. This is what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about, knowing someone.
Knowing your candidates.
And know how to hold them accountable. What's an effective way?
Once they take office.
Sure, because it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop once they take off. Clearly, here's a prime example that someone we thought we, kind of looked up and found out the information on and voted him in. He's in there. If something is not going right, if decisions being made don't align to what your morality is, what can you do? What's the next step? Let's hold them accountable. So, and sometimes it takes mobilizing and getting people together, protesting,
getting arrested,
protests. It's
being
part
on
of
the front of the Winston-Salem Journal day after day after day. These people have poured their hearts into this. I can't even say we were a huge part of it. We were there 3 days, I think. We gave the energy we could. Between our other projects and our other job and our son. So these people have stepped up and they have really tried to help.
Day one. Yeah, they've been there.
Get this. It disgusts me. It makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, and the exposure is what it needs. The more you shine some light on some kind of dark activity, the less likely it'll happen, and the more they'll be accountable for what they've done. So that is a huge part of what we want to do. Shine that light, provide that platform, let those voices be heard, so that people will take notice that you're just not gonna be. You're not going to hide behind the office and hide behind
the fact that nobody knows what you look like.
Yeah.
And hide behind, that you're just a name and a badge.
Right.
We want people to know. If you walk by that person in Lowe's Foods while you're shopping, I want you to know that that's so-and-so and that's who,
Right.
So we're putting the pictures out there. We're putting the faces to go with it because we're putting our faces with this even,
That's right.
We want to be very transparent. Politics and government has become so cloudy and muddy and
all kind of deals behind closed doors.
We've lost the true, so we're really trying to break some of that down.
Right.
Locally, we're starting here. So
yes, this is a platform, and this is what we're using our power and resources to, like I said, to shine a light, to expose, to provide that voice for people that are looking to be heard. So
exactly,
that's why we're here. So hopefully that's the type of things we'll be able to get people engaged in, get them educated on, and provide that communication and that discourse between elected officials and the community they're supposed to be serving.
Right. There just shouldn't be the distance between it that there is. It should just feel more.
It should be natural.
Family. It should feel more
community.
Yeah, there just should not be.
They're up here and we're down here.
Right, exactly. We put you there.
Exactly. Same thing with the police. That's a whole other topic as well. I don't know what happened between community and police officers, but it's a whole history behind it. And again, they feel like they're up here, we're down here, and it's not that way. Obviously, we pay taxes, and that's where their salaries come from. So that's one whole angle of the situation. And it's a protect and serve. We can go into that, and that's clearly they deviated from that mantra years ago, and don't intend or doesn't even feel like they're even trying to turn back to that to protect and serve. So we'll jump into those issues. We'll talk about that. We want to bring everybody in. And
if you're a local cop, feel free to contact us.
Let's talk about
feel free to shed your side on it, because right now we only know the negatives that we're seeing in the news every day and we're hearing about. And we know there are good cops. We know there are. Matter of fact, we work with a female whose husband is a cop here, and I know he's a good person and I know he is a good cop. But one out of how many? So if you want to, share, you don't have to give your information and your name. If you want to do it anonymously, we can even change your voice. But
as long as we get that engagement,
right,
and that exchange of ideas and exchange of information, because that's what it's about.